right, it's April the 29th, 2026, and it's the first show that I've done this year, and I'm happy to have Jessica Cox. And what we're going to do, I've been wanting to get this. She's going to do a chicken and dumpling recipe that she's had for several years, and I'll let her tell you about it. But my deal about the chicken and dumplings, I've always thought that chicken and dumplings was a Southern dish. And after a Southern dish and a poor man's dish. But after some research, I found out that the first known chicken and dumpling recipe was in 1864, and it was chicken and dumplings came from Germany. It was a German dish that they brought. The migrants brought it to the United States, and so I guess the rest is history. But also, as I've seen chicken and dumplings, again, like I said earlier, I thought it was a Southern dish, and I found out that really, a chicken and dumplings was, if you were served chicken and dumplings back in the day in the Southern, that it was for the elite people or for somebody special coming to your house, you served them chicken and dumplings. So, I learned a lot trying to get somebody to cook it. But anyway, Jessica's volunteered. I met Jessica through friends like Joe Craig and Brandon Mauser's been here and cooked with us. So anyhow, of course, so that you know, I just met her 2 or 3 weeks ago. We talked on the phone, and I asked her to come, and she agreed to come. So she's going to give us her recipe. Now she's already prepared a lot of this, but we're going to go through. We are going to make the dumplings, which that's what I want to learn to do, and the rest we'll do as we go. So tell us about your recipe, Jess.
Well, before I do, you said elite people, so should I expect the King of England since he's in the United States?
Well, since he's here, it would be great, wouldn't it?
It would be. He might come. Yeah. This is my chicken and dumpling recipe that I got from an older lady at church about 30 years ago. And to that point, I wasn't a chicken and dumplings fan because some of it was soupy. And this one is a creamy kind, and I just love it. It does take a while. But one of the main things is to get a whole chicken and then cut off that little tail part and anything else that's gross. And then you boil it until it's falling off of the bone. And then you'll take it out and you'll debone it in just a little bit. We're not going to do that. I've already done it for us. But I have my broth over here, and we have just taken out 3/4 of a cup of broth that we're going to use in our dumplings.
Okay, well that's good. So we're getting ready. We're ready to do our dumplings now, and we'll see. Now she's going to give me a rolling pin. Okay, she's not going to hit me with it, but she's going to give me a rolling pin so I can roll me some dumplings.
Yes.
It'll be the first. So
this was my grandpa's.
Okay.
So I'm using it. And then you get this one that I just purchased sometime or other. Okay.
And what about I know, I told you I had this board, but you brought your own board. So what is this?
Well, this is what we're going to roll our dumplings on. Okay. I used this one that was my grandfather's because this is as much as I want to roll out and then get it thin enough. You will have the other half. I always divide my dough in half because I want to put it on here and get it pretty consistent in size. I like thinner.
Yes.
And I don't like the fat dumplings.
So, okay, well, good. And that's like me. That's why I'm glad that it's thin, because I'm not much of a noodle fan, but I like it. If it's thin, and I love it. And I know, and I say, she brought me some about a week ago, and I already tested it. So we'll see how it works out when I help her do it.
Yes, so first we're just going to start by making our dumplings.
Okay. You have?
2 cups of flour.
All right.
Regular, like old metal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that egg and break it. And then we're going to, nope. Over here, we're going to stir it up just a little bit. Beat it up just a little.
All right. Let me drop this over here.
You'll need a fork.
And
oh, you're going a whisk. All right.
We're
You're
uptown here.
fancy.
And I'm going to put it in a bigger one since I'm going to have to. I didn't know that I was going to have to whisk this egg, but now we do.
I like surprises.
You got the what?
I said I like surprises.
Just tell me how long you want me to whisk it, and we'll.
Just a little bit more. And then when you pour it in, just kind of pour it in
All around?
around.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, I can do that. Come on out of there. Is that good enough here?
That is pretty good.
Okay.
So the one thing is you'll have to let your broth cool so that it won't cook your egg. So I like a big fork to stir it all up. Would you happen to have a big fork?
Right. Look right there. We got,
Oops. Right behind me.
let me see, pick out
I
something.
got one.
Oh, good enough?
This is good.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is pour our broth in.
We got 3/4 of a cup of broth. Since we started telling folks what we do, we're going to say, okay, 3/4 of a cup of broth, and you're pouring it in there kind of slow.
So I can get the sides.
Yeah. You know, I told you when Brandy was here, she had me stirring for a while. She made me work.
Well, you can pour it in fast if you want, but I like to make sure that egg's not cooking in there. Around, and we're just going to keep stirring, trying to get it off the sides. And it's going to be kind of moist, but don't worry, we're going to add more flour in a minute.
Oh, we?
Yeah.
Okay. And these 2 cups of that you poured in here is going to be what we're going to make the dumplings with.
Yes.
Okay.
You
All
want to
right.
give it a couple little stirs,
Yeah,
see what
sure.
it feels like?
Yeah, I'm gonna get this flour down here on the side, and we're gonna. It's kind of it's not easy. It's a little hard, firm, and not you should say hard. It's firm. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off because you're
Okay.
gonna use that space. And then you can probably stop stirring.
All right.
Okay, now I'm gonna add, this is my flour to put on our chopping.
Yep.
But before I do that, I'm gonna add a little bit more flour on here to get a little different consistency. And so you can just turn that.
So we're gonna flour our cutting board.
We are.
Our rolling board, I guess you would say.
We're gonna flour the rolling pins and the boards.
This is the different. I'm learning.
Okay.
I can see why people say that it takes a while, and you prepared everything ahead of time, but
All right, that should be good.
okay.
And then we're gonna pour some of this on yours. You can just get that. And then while you're doing that, we're gonna get our rolling pins.
Is this by putting this flour on this rolling pin? Will it make it keep it from sticking on the?
It does.
roll? Okay.
It keeps it from sticking, and it also just adds a little bit more to it.
Okay. Is that enough? What I did, of course, I got such a.
That's good. Yes. Okay. Now you're gonna put some on your hands. And then I'm going to sprinkle this over. So if you were doing yours, you're going to do that. I need a little bit more because I don't want it sticky.
Yeah. You don't want to stick it when you get ready, especially when we get ready to start rolling.
Right. Let me get this little bit
I
off.
will say this is the first time that I've ever rolled or made any. I consider it bread.
This is your lucky day.
It is my lucky day.
All right.
I'm gonna learn. You know, Jessica, everybody accuses me of pirating everybody's recipes. But I don't, but it's a compliment to the person, yeah, because I probably won't make dumplings, but I will make.
What?
I said there because you've already told me it's kind of hard.
Well, and you also have to get flour everywhere.
Oh yeah,
That's part of it.
That's what you get dirt. Well, see, that's my wife will not let. She don't like me cooking because I make a mess. She says, and she don't like. We cook. Don't get me wrong.
Oops.
But
I left you that little pile in the corner for a purpose.
yeah.
You're going to need it later.
Well, I'm putting some on this
Okay.
because it's too sticky.
Okay.
You said you didn't want it sticky, so.
All right. So you'll have to every once in a while add flour to your board.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yep, ready.
So we're just going to start with little pushes. Oop. And like I say, you might have to reflour. I got too much flour on my little extra part.
Well, you.
And then when it starts sticking to your,
You're sticking to my rolling pin. This flour.
oh, you have to reflour your rolling pin. How are you doing over there?
Well, I'm working with it. It's not as easy, and I think I mentioned on the show that cooking is, people don't like to cook because they say they don't know how. But the problem is, it's just like this. The years are rolling out there good, and here I'm struggling to do it. And people give up on cooking, okay? Because they feel like they can't do it. But you just cannot.
Get that little corner right back there.
Cannot be scared about cooking. You just got to do it. And if you mess up, start over.
Yep, you're good now.
I'm good. Okay.
All right, so somebody told me about this not long ago, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've always been cutting them with a knife.
Yeah.
But this is just so easy. And I cut them in thin strips.
Well, I was wondering when I tried how you got those strips. I really was.
So this is what I do.
Okay.
I don't dry my dumplings. I just hang them over the side. Whoop, and they'll stretch out. And that way they dry a little bit before we put them in the water.
And since we're doing this, and I didn't know, is this how they make noodles?
Uh-huh.
Is it?
It is.
Well, there we go. I'm learning something.
Oh. All right, you want to practice cutting a few?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I watched you.
Good job. To do the whole chicken, make sure you take the stuff out of the inside of it. And then you're going to, like I said, boil it till it's falling off the bone.
Yeah.
And don't forget to add your chicken broth to the water you're boiling it in.
Look like I'm gonna have to. This mine. I see what my problem is here.
Your board wasn't sticky enough on the bottom.
Yes, I didn't have enough flour on the bottom of mine, but I'll fix this on this next time. On this one right here, when I get to cut this,
There you go.
I'm gonna put some flour so I won't have that problem.
Well, if you make somebody chicken and dumplings, it's just a show of love because it takes a while.
It does take. I agree. I agree with you 100%.
I have.
But I am excited because of making this dough. Because
And it's so easy. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients, does it?
no, but I am excited about it. Let me see now. Look at that. See there? I learned. Put some flour down there and this cut off easy.
And this is a very healthy thing to make when somebody's sick. It's
Yeah.
a comfort food.
Well, good. That's since I've been with all these allergies this allergy season.
This definitely makes them feel better. My dad always said that you had to do the whole chicken and get all of the stuff out of it that helps you with a cold.
Okay.
Because he loved to make chicken noodle soup. So again, our dumplings just have 2 cups of sifted flour, 1/3 cup of the chicken broth that we took out, a teaspoon of salt, and 1 egg that we beat up just a little bit. Oh, now we're boiling.
Yeah.
Let's move this down this way a little bit.
Right there.
All right. Now try to separate them as they go in so they don't get all gunky together.
Mine probably get dumpy, the ones I put so I was. But I like the second batch that I've done here.
All right. Now, we're going to empty the can of it's cream of chicken soup. And let me get us a spoon. And we're going to take about half of it out.
Oh, good.
Then I'm going to add some water. What'd you do with your little whisker? You're a good whisker.
Yes. You want me to? Here?
Yeah, I'm going to put you to work whisking.
Put me, that's right.
I'm not a good whisker.
See, go slow because I'll make a mess.
I make big messes.
I make a mess if I'm not careful.
We missed a couple.
Do we need any more water in this or just good?
Were you just hiding these back here? Were you hiding these back there?
Oh, no, they just fell back there.
I see one more. Kind of remind me of worms. It's trying to get away so they don't have to get in the hot water. Thank you for having me on the show.
No, I'm glad. I hope maybe, like I say, you have recipes. I hope you may come back do something else that you like doing. Be glad to have you.
Well, let me tell you, I have lots of things I like to make from scratch.
Okay. Sounds good to me because
My grandma would be so proud.
that's great. That's great. Good?
Yes.
And some more.
And that goes in there. And you can whisk it.
1 can of chicken soup.
Cream of chicken.
Cream of chicken, I'm sorry. Cream of chicken. Good?
So if I hadn't already cut up my chicken, it's all
Yeah.
cut. But we could have used our little pizza cutter to help us. It makes it.
But you already have it prepared.
I
so
did.
We're good, good.
So
you deboned the whole chicken.
I did. Took out all the dark meat.
Okay. Well, I know you've done all the work. It seems simple to me right now, but you've done it. It would take
Several hours.
Yes, to get all this done and prepared to get it to this stage. I'm putting this over because we'll wash them here in a minute.
All
Now,
right.
so we can stir it a little bit.
Yes. We'll get it all blended together. Yeah.
And I'm glad that you do a thin noodle because that's what I like, thin noodles.
Well, now we'll just let it simmer for
You
a
good
while,
at
and then it won't be tough. Okay.
Okay, now,
And
so
do you
what
know
we
this
do?
little trick?
What?
If you put that across there, it doesn't boil over.
Is that right? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, Jessica, we got a dumplings done, right?
We do.
We're going with the chicken and dumplings today, since has
It's a meal in itself.
It's a meal in itself, but we wanted to add some greens, so I made a Reuben salad today. We're going to have it with us, and then Jessica brought a Heath bar cake, right?
Yes.
That she likes to make, and we're going to have that as dessert. But before we get to all that, I've learned a lot about this making chicken and dumplings, got my hands in how to make all that. So before we get going and we show the end results, also, which when I said earlier that this was a German dish,
Yes.
and I thought you would say, "Well, I'm German," and this. So now you are German. So
I am German.
there you go. And so you making a dish that you didn't realize that it was a German dish, but
Exactly.
and so it's anyway.
No wonder I liked it.
No wonder you like it. No wonder you like making it. Yes, but we got this going. We got everything just about ready, and we have a special guest today that's going to be official taster, and he's a good friend of mine. We've known him from over in Dyersburg, Tennessee, and he's volunteered to come over here and drive over here and join the show today. And he's going to be an official taster, and Tori's going to put a mic on him, and we'll bring him on here in a little bit. But anyway, so tell us about what we fixed to do. What how long it took us to get this done and the whole works.
Well, it took us several hours because you have to put it on low and just let it cook slowly, and then all the flavors get in there, and it's delicious.
And also, what I want the audience to know, and we'll show it a little bit, Jessica's style of chicken and dumpling is a creamy. It's not a lot of liquids. The most times that I've seen has a lot of liquid in it and everything. But Jessica's more of a cream style chicken and dumpling, so it's a lot different than I've noticed. Not that I've eaten a lot of chicken and dumpling, but I've seen what people
Well,
serve.
mine stick to your ribs.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, we're got it here. Let's get us a plate. We're gonna get us a plate. Then let me see. We started.
I started it.
You started it
Dessert first.
with this first. Yes, we got dessert, and also found out while we've been cooking that you went to Italy. And took tell the audience about your Italy experience.
Well, I went to Italy and took a cooking class, and it was in a lady's home, and it was just a lot of fun. Learned to make different things, but my favorite thing, she served us limoncello, and I got her recipe, and so this is my second batch that I had made. It was better than my first one.
But the limoncello she brought for me because I've been having allergies, and I'll probably see some of me coughing and it worked for me.
I know, you've been so good.
Yeah,
Yes.
it worked for me. But anyway, we've had fun, but what it was interesting to me about your Italy trip was that when you said you went to somebody's house and you were looking for a home, and the taxi cab dropped you off in the middle of some street.
Yes.
And you don't know where you're going because there's no numbers, but then you had to ask and where you were and all this stuff.
It looks nothing like our houses over here. It's just like a building.
Yeah, and so it was, but you went, and then go ahead and tell us that her daughter was there.
Her daughter was the interpreter. She was a high school girl, and so she knew English and she knew Italian, but she said they're required to take 2 other languages in high school, and so she was taking French, and I think it was German.
Okay.
So.
Well, good. All right, but let's fix this dish, and then we'll get this on the road, because I think we do serve the help around here, the local, and I'm gonna let you.
The royalty.
Yeah, the royalty. Yes, the royalty is gonna get to eat today.
Yes.
So, because we're serving chicken and dumplings, royalty are special people. I'll let you get that out.
All right. And we're putting it right there, right?
Yes.
So
That's good. That's good.
your
What'd you
chicken
think?
is in there, your dumplings.
All right, Matt.
I'm official taster.
Your official taster is my friend from Dyersburg, Matt Osmond, And now I want you to taste each item, and then you either say good or not good, and if it's not good, well, I won't.
Why did you tell me not to eat for 2 days before I come over here, Reuben?
Well, what?
Make sure it's good. What shall I start? Salad?
No, start with the main dish. You've had Reuben salad, so you
Oh,
start
okay.
with the dumpling.
Okay.
Might be a little hot.
It's good.
And if
Hold
we
on,
burn
easy.
this
It
time,
is hot too. Let me get a napkin there, Reuben. It is good though. I like that cream. It's not runny.
Yeah.
The one that I've always had is it'd run all over the plate. But yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, well, that's different than what I've seen was that it's creamy.
Yeah. Is all this mine?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all this
oh,
is.
man.
But
Okay.
you can get some more in a little bit. You get some more.
I mean, I thought tasters might just get one. I can't take just
you might
one.
want to blow on it
Yeah,
this time.
burn my mouth.
But
That's good. Really good. Really good. And your name is
Jessica,
Jessica. You did a good job, Jessica.
thank you.
You did a good job. Reuben needs all the help he can get.
yeah, I do. That's true.
Reuben, even your salad is good.
Well, good, good. I know the dessert's gonna be good, but you let me get you a little water, because you need a little water before you eat the dessert.
You have to cleanse your palate.
Yes. You know,
So you're local?
you
You live here?
Dexter.
Dexter. Oh, okay. Good. Good.
but usually I have some lemons. So you put lemons in your mouth, that cleans your palate.
Oh, before you
taste
taste everything else?
Yes, that's right. And this is Heath bar cake.
Yeah. That's good.
You can't,
Try it again.
you can't take it nothing back to Dyersburg.
Oh,
when you
okay.
bring it.
Yeah.
You gotta eat it just here, okay?
Well, it's good. You did a good job.
Okay.
That's all you get.
That's
That's all I
you
get?
You don't
Okay,
have to- You don't
okay.
have to don't run off.
Oh,
Just
okay.
give up. Well, I want to thank Matt for coming over here and being the official taster. And then I want to especially thank Jessica Cox for coming and doing the chicken and dumplings. That's something that I've been wanting to get done. Because like I said at the beginning, that I thought it was a southern dish and a poor man's dish, and I found out different. So we got a little education about the chicken and dumpling. And I want to thank y'all, thank Jessica for coming, and maybe Jessica's going to maybe come back. I mean, which she can, and we do something else different. But we got this. We're
What
gonna
about
wrap-
me? I get invited back?
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
We can get the taster off the
Oh,
street.
I'm not as important, huh?
No.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
we get a taster. But we're gonna wrap this up. We got to go feed the crew, and I want to thank y'all, and I thank the audience. Hope and like I always say at the end, if you want to be a taster, 870-830-4786. If somebody's got something special, like Jessica that was her special dish of chicken and dumpling, I'm glad to have them on the show. With that, thank you, and see you next time.